I rep the West to the death, but my life is better. I've shed blood, shed tears, man, I stormed bad weather. I caught an L at 19, that's a cold-ass letter. But now I'm back in the world and trying to make it better forever. They counted me out at a young age, but now I'm living proof. I'm in this booth, I'm spitting truth, you see me on the tube. The Dub Show, homies bounce and roll. The Dub Show.
What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Mario Sanchez. Mario Sanchez is making the rounds right now. You know, he was on the Connect with Johnny Mitchell. I did a video based on that interview. There were things that were said that were just the years were off. You know, he and I spoke, and I took the video down. You know, after he made a promise or two that he didn't keep, which is fine. It is what it is. This is the business, right? But he also, there are things he wanted to do that were positive, and I respect that. You know, he wants to, you know, have a positive impact on youngsters, right? I respect that. But what I'm noticing is, and this video isn't about that, but I just want to say this. And he's not in control of the final edits. But the message that he wants to get to youngsters is not the message being promoted by Johnny Mitchell or Vlad. Vlad isn't as bad. Vlad is nowhere near as bad as Johnny Mitchell. The Connect, the way he labels stuff and presents it. It's successful for him, but it's not really fair to the people that have been on the channel, right? You know what's being pushed is that Mario was a shot caller, right? And it's more glamorizing. I know Mario's not intending to glamorize anything, but that's the way it's being presented, right? The reason why I'm doing this video today is because Mario said something. It's like they're on like part 7 now. You know, Vlad will interview somebody for an hour and make 20 videos out of it. He gets his money, man. Give him credit. But Mario said that when he went to Corcoran's Shoe, there were the various southern factions there. Yeah, I know a lot of guys from down south probably just went, huh? Yeah, he said the various southern factions. He said the legends. He didn't say that word. He named the organization. I don't do that. He named an organization that the Southerners fall up under. And then he said the SSG. And then he said a term I usually never use, but I'll say it. He said the Sureños. So he said the legends, and then SSG, and then the Sureños. I have only heard Northerners refer to the SSG. For those of you that don't know what the SSG is supposed to stand for, it's the Southside Government. I remember in, I want to say 1996, word had come down to New Folsom from Pelican Bay, from the legends. And the word was this: anyone claiming that they are Southside Government, take their win, kill them. And so when I hear these dudes, it was never a thing, just so you guys know. It was an idea, and that idea was quickly squashed and never grew into anything. And I've heard Northerners say, no, but I've seen guys with SSG on them. Yeah, that's the guys from Lomas in the San Gabriel Valley. That's something that they write. It has nothing to do with Southside Government. And this is the thing that I tell you guys, I don't put out content claiming to know the way the Northerners function. Do I know certain things? Yeah, I have a superficial understanding of them. That's after being around them for decades. And it's because I don't want people to hear me and say, this Vato just making shit up. I'm not saying that Mario is making stuff up. It's just, it is really funny to a lot of dudes from Southern California when we hear that term SSG and we hear people say that that was something higher than being a Sureño. There's only one thing higher than being a Sureño for Southerners. And that's being made a legend. Right? And people just, it's like they don't comprehend the humongous difference between a Southsider and a Sureño. And there's a reason why I don't like using the term. It's something that is earned. And I'm not going to get into any more detail than that, right? Because a lot of people think, like I'll see in the comments, there's going to be people that are going to say this is what it stands for, and they're not going to be right. There's very few that are going to be right. The ones that actually know aren't even going to comment on it, right? I know because I had a conversation with Mario. I know what he told me his intentions were, and I would like to see that come to fruition, helping the youth, letting people know, you know, in a positive way. That's not a route you want to go down, right? This is a main reason why I don't do podcasts. I've been invited to several, right? And my thing is, whatever my intentions would be, when people start cutting and editing and people start making thumbnails and titles, I don't have any say in any of that. I've said I held leadership positions. I was a nobody. I was never a legend, right? When the legends were all of all factions. People think when I say legends, I'm only talking about one faction. I don't like to use the terms. And people say I'm glorifying. You guys have, it's weird how you put your interpretation of a word on me. Don't do that, right? But anyways, the only real shot callers in prison are the legends. The guys like myself who in different places had some leadership, had some authority. I just had more headaches than other people. And the guys that I was doing things with, we had more headaches than other people. But at the end of the day, we weren't shot callers. Why is it that these guys, like, you know, you got Wes Watson claims he was a shot caller. Mario says he was a shot caller. Kali Muscle says he was a shot caller. I've never heard somebody who really, really held a real position. Like, I've never heard a legend refer to himself as a shot caller. A man's reputation will always precede him, right? I know it makes for more views and it's more sensationalistic and all that. I get it. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just being grouchy today. I don't think so. Again, this isn't against Mario. It's a clarification. Hopefully nobody ever again. It's not gonna happen. It's not. People are gonna actually tell me I'm lying, right? What do I know? I did those decades in prison. What do I know? But people are gonna try to say that I'm wrong, that the Southside government really is a thing in California. Man. I want to know how were they allowed to form? If you know anything about anything, you know, ain't nothing else gonna start. It's not gonna be allowed. But that's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.